This is a good result!
Nathaniel Bandy. Striving for originality.
This Top 10 intro is brought to you by VectorStar Productions.
This is a very different top 10. It's one that actually hasn't been requested. People have requested me to do top 10s on battle mode, so we're going to find the best 5 Double Dash battle tracks and the best 5 on the DS. For once, retro tracks will, I repeat, will be counted in this countdown. Since there's only 6 tracks from each game, this was one of the hardest lists I've ever put together. Without further ado, let's go!
Number 5, Double Dash.
The title of this stage speaks for itself. We literally fight inside the world's largest virtual cookie. For some reason, the big pink dot in the middle reminds me of those pink buttons Mario had to hit when he was redoing the do-do-do-do-do-do stages for the red coins. You know, from Mario Sunshine, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The overall design is a bit boring to look at, but it barely matters because it plays so well. This is one of those stages where being good at sniping green shells is not only essential, but incredibly satisfying. Sometimes you can see opponents from the other side of the stage and use the frosting walls to bounce the shell right into them. I do kind of wish the stage was a little larger, but it's still a blast to play on. Keep in mind, all of these tracks are very fun to play on, so don't think I'm hating on this stage if it's your favorite.
Number 4, Double Dash.
This is probably the simplest design stage we've ever had. Again, the title speaks for itself. You literally fight on top of a GameCube, but it's now equipped with ridges on the sides. Since it's nothing more than a closed-in square, this stage is absolute madness. Within a minute, bananas and fake item boxes will litter the track, green shells will be bouncing from left to right, and your heart will be pounding trying to avoid everything. It's funny how the simplest designs and stages can be so chaotic. Baby Park has the same vibe as this track. Most matches don't last very long because it's so easy to get hit, but that's what makes it so fun. This is one of those tracks that you play purely for luck's sake. You never really know who's going to win. Some people may not like this stage because you can't really use any strategy, but that claim doesn't bother me because battle mode was made for party play, not competitive play.
Number 3, Double Dash.
I feel like the developers were trying to create a brand new Block Fort with this stage. While this is an incredibly awesome track, nothing tops Block Fort. Block City has 4 different sections, with the ground being leveled differently, and there's even hiding spots. The graphics really reminisce Legos, and Legos are the best invention ever known to man. The stage is small, but that's actually a good thing. This doesn't allow players to screen hop, and the live map is hard to follow because everyone moves from one place to the other really quickly. It's incredibly hard to track someone down. It seems like you run into opponents from just luck. This is also a great stage to hide fake item boxes. Most of the real item boxes are grouped together.
Number 2, Double Dash.
Look at that, a Luigi stage is number 2. Get it? Because Luigi is considered number 2? I'm sorry, I'm being a jerk to him. I'm gonna be honest though, Luigi's Mansion was very close to being number 1 on this list. So, we fight in a mansion with 3 different floors. Each floor is very different. The main floor is completely wide open with hordes of item boxes. The basement is a 3-way maze that can be very confusing, and the roof has a huge hole on the top so you can drive into the main area for items. This stage screams fun strategy everywhere. Good lord. The roof is a great place to sit on top and fire shells or bananas down below to hit people out of nowhere. The basement can allow you to shoot shells up to the main floor and potentially hit players. The basement design is really quite ingenious. There's 3 different entrances to get down there, but they all look exactly the same. The walls and carpets are all identical, so it's really hard to tell where people are. Because of this, nobody can really camp and be cheap. Now, you all know what's coming next.
And the number 1 Double Dash track is...
Pipe Plaza is good.
Number 5, DS.
Whoa, 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 don't leave the video in a rage yet. Don't leave a nasty comment down. Hold your horses, folks. I will talk about Pipe Plaza in a little bit. Hint, hint. Anyway, let's continue on. So, Palm Shore is a really interesting stage and actually teaches kids the differences between high and low tides. Some people might complain that being trapped in the water slows down the gameplay, but I see that as a good thing. When everyone is going in slow motion when in the water, it's much easier to hit others with shells or bombs because the items don't slow down in the water. This stage really reminds me of Big Donut, except good. Plus, there was clearly assets from the Mario 64 DS stage, Sunshine Isles.
Number 4, DS.
Taking the same idea from Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo DS has you driving on top of a DS. The top screen lights up the main menu from Mario Kart DS. Neato! What would have been better is if we saw live gameplay on the screen in real time. But I don't think the DS would have been capable of that. This stage is fantastic and is actually kind of scary for one reason. There's no guardrails. If you fire a mushroom at someone and try to take their balloon, you might just launch yourself off the stage. One great thing about the battle mode in Mario Kart DS is that it's pretty common to steal balloons from other players. This stage throws that strategy out the window because it's so easy to fly off the stage.
Number 3, DS.
Pipe Plaza is pretty good. Oh my god, I'm sorry, this is too much fun. So, let's actually talk about Pipe Plaza. So this stage is commonly known in the community as one of the best battle mode tracks of all time. I can't say that they aren't wrong, there's so much to love about it. Driving into one of the 4 pipes will shoot you sky high in the air, and not only does that relieve excessive amounts of norepinephrine and dopamine into your skull, but it also throws off your location for opponents hunting you down. There's a lot of strategy that can be done. Learning where players come out of each pipe is a key to winning. Sniping shells long range can actually be quite different on this stage because of the 2 big slants on the ground. They get in the way. On top of that, the music is fantastic and the graphics are really eye-catching.
Number 2, DS.
Is it just me, or is Twilight House really underrated? This stage somehow looks appealing and eerie at the same time. I can't really explain how. The layout is essentially 9 squares all connected together, plus a little ground surrounding the outside of the stages. Any of these squares can be used as a one-on-one battle room. Everything looks straightforward and professional. There's a great balance of chaos and strategy. You can hide bananas behind corners, but it's pretty easy hitting people with items. The ground around the outside is a sneaky way to weave between areas of the stage, but it's risky because there's no guardrails. Using the outside of the stage is a really easy way to hit people without them seeing you, but it's also an easy way to get hit if people lay items everywhere. Now, let's all give number 1 a warm welcome. It deserves it.
And now the number 1 DS track is...
Oh man, Block Fort. Just thinking about this stage makes me so happy. If you've never played this track in battle mode, play it right now. I mean it is seriously so perfect. We basically have 4 main sections, all with 3 different floors. All the floors are evenly spaced with small pathways, allowing you to cross from one section to the next. There are no guardrails anywhere on any of the forts. This gives the player lots of freedom to be creative. Do you want to drop to the very bottom from the very top bridge to get to someone? Go ahead. Do you want to jump off the top bridge to get yourself to another fort faster? You're welcome to do so. This stage just has great harmony. There's a perfect blend of strategy and fun. And unlike Block City, this stage is bigger, so it's easier to hunt down players. However, it's just big enough so that you can't catch up to a player very easily. Lots of duck and goose catch scenes happen, and man, are those fun in Mario Kart. Alright, I think I've gushed enough about this track. So tell me, what is your favorite battle mode track in Double Dash? What about from the DS? Leave a comment and tell me and your friends below. I'll respond to as many of you as I can. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.